Mary Jane and I are watching our way through the Friends series on Netflix. And I'm going to have a couple of different videos on that idea, but the one that I want to pay the most attention to today is excuse me, Rachel's last name. In one of the episodes that I watched most recently, she was coming back from maternity leave, and her office was occupied by this guy named Gavin. Totally unrelated to what I'm talking about. On the office door is her nameplate and says Rachel Green, but it's spelled Greene. Well, in the credits, and I believe she herself spells it Green. Okay, so those are two areas that it should be spelled the same, right? Because the name on her office would be the one that she has chosen. Like, she told whoever made the nameplate, like, this is what should be on the nameplate. Because that's the way she filled it out on the application, and that's the way that it is on all her official work documents, you know? And then also in the credits, because the producers and creators of the show are the ones that make the credits. And so those two should match up. Some areas where it is still back and forth. On Ross and Emily's wedding invitation, it's spelled Greene when they write to Rachel Green. And we can credit this to Ross knowing how to spell it correctly, because that obviously matches the office door. Or we could credit it to Emily for not knowing how to spell it correctly and spelling it like an English way, because she is, after all, from London. So a little bit of confusion there. And then finally, in the episode with the inappropriate birthday cake for Emma's first birthday, the name on the top of the box of the cake is Green, no E at the end. So just some inconsistencies there that I don't really know how to clear up, because if you're going to say, okay, the name on the office door is correct and Ross knows how to do it correct, then the office door and the invitation work well together. Great. Because obviously the cake baking person may not know how to spell it. She would have just said Rachel Green. They would have spelled it like the color. End of story on the cake box. Okay. But then the problem is the credits. The credits are made by the creators of the show. Like, they're the ones that decided, okay, this is Rachel Green's name. And even when you look it up on IMDb, it's just spelled like the color. So, I don't really know how to take it. If you have any ideas or an answer as to why it's inconsistent and spelled two different ways, please let me know in the comments. And I'll see you this afternoon.